Well, hello everyone, my name is Yu, and today we're gonna be continuing playing Genshin Impact. So, on the agenda today, we have 2 story quests, and a third one coming up soon. I'm gonna be doing all 3 of them in a row, so I can finish all of them before Natlan comes out fully. So I can have a clean slate. We're gonna go with them in order, so we'll start with Chiori. And yeah, I just realized that my Risley and Farina quests are still not out. they are still somewhere there deep inside. I am tempted to edit Risley's quest, but when it comes to Farina's quest, I'm like, I don't feel like it's a good enough. I don't feel like it's. I don't feel like I recorded it well enough. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of how I was commentating and reacting. I feel like it just wasn't it. I feel like it's just not gonna be a good content. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. When they talk about tonight, let's start with Chiori's story quest. Accept quest. Where hooded blades clash. And this is what I meant by another one is coming up. Literally just 3 and something hours until Emily comes out with her story quest, so let's just see what's gonna happen. So, where are we supposed to go? I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Go to the Court of Fontaine. Quartier Lyonnais. Let's head out. Hell yeah. And there she is. Oh! Paimon. Too late.
Is this really okay?
Letitia! It's the girl from her teaser. That she was making a wedding dress for.
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori.
Okay.
I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chiori boutique dress for my wedding.
I do remember that.
I really thought the chance had passed me by.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
Whoa! Perhaps it's because of Fontaine Fashion. Oh, right! The Fashion Week! Completely forgot about that. We had foreshadowing about the Fontaine Fashion Week. And I think they mentioned that in the live stream that Chiori's story quest is gonna be about the Fashion Week.
Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something,
I'm a
then it'll
woman.
be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Lucky man.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
What's up?
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all.
Yeah, what's more shocking is to not see you here, honestly.
Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
What? Is this because of Paimon, or...
Hey, Paimon's not a kid!
Okay, okay. Because, you know, you never know. We actually wanted to ask about the Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh. That. Well,
You don't
if
sound
news
too
of the
excited.
event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Actually, didn't she was the one who mentioned it to us? I don't remember who. We did hear about it from someone's lips, but I don't recall who exactly. I think it's Chiori, yeah. But if we did hear it from her, it was during the limited time event. So, it would be kind of strange for those who didn't play it, but oh well.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it
I love her
certainly
voice
always
actress.
attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
So would it be kind of like an anniversary of sorts?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year?
True.
In the end, fashion is
Although-
just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Yeah, it kind of is true. Because, you know, Apple. Look, it's a new model! But what changed? Remember that button on the side of the phone? Yeah, so it has now more functions! And it's titanium, and, yeah.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought. All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori designs at the show?
She doesn't seem too into it, so I don't know.
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
I see.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
So what's gonna be the vibe? Is it gonna be in Azuma? Because if it is in Azuma, I would understand why it would take so long and so complicated to get the fabrics to here. Probably not Sumeru, maybe Liyue? Or Mondstadt. I'd wager Inazuma.
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The
Yeah.
textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
That's fair enough.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh. Something like that. Yes.
Oh.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
I can just teleport it, you know.
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Hey! So it's Kirara, right. It's gonna be it. Kirara's gonna be involved. I forgot about that as well. And there she goes.
Coming through! Coming through!
Is that the first time we see Kirara in the main quest? I feel like it is, right? It's always been only limited time events. Like the summer event and the previous TCG event.
Chiori,
I mean, the previous
your
year's
shipment's
TCG
here.
event.
I know it's quite late, so I'm really, really sorry.
Well, you seem energetic.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Okay, I'm curious how they're gonna... if they are gonna change anything to those people that haven't played any of those events.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while.
She doesn't have a hangout, does she? I don't think she does. How about a game of Genius Invocation TCG?
Maybe next time. Considering how late this delivery is, I'm not sure this is the time to play cards. Plus, I know this shipment is really important to Chiori, so I should probably make sure everything's in order.
Okay, so this is 100% made for those people who have played the limited time events. So I am wondering how are they gonna do this introduction without us meeting Kirara yet.
Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh, you somehow always happen to catch me off my game, huh?
To be honest, I don't even recall the first time you did that. So, it's on you that you brought that up.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Uh-oh, that's the signal, that's the signal.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
She's looking at me. She's looking at me. That's a code. That's a signal.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
All right. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komunia Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Competitors?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
That's fair to assume.
Well...
I heard a dog squeaking. Well.
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
Uh-oh.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk. So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chiori Boutique's delivery.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go?
Oh?
I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
Okay, so she didn't want to rat them out. That's why she didn't want to bring that up.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
Some.
Alright. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter.
Uter. No, that name
Damn.
rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
So you both know this Uter guy?
No? Yes, Paimon, yes.
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
What?
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
A very petty one.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square.
True.
Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
Very petty.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
Chavros?
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
She told you already to teach them a lesson.
To teach someone a lesson.
Yeah.
You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
Chiori! Wait!
And she's gone.
Yeah.
Oh no. What should we do?
Why are you so reluctant? Like, is that such a big deal to you?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
I think it's mostly about the other guy. The
Well,
Uter.
she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week.
Ah. Well, she does have a fiery temper, but I don't think she's like stupid enough to, you know, blow her image like that.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komonia Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
Oh. For some reason I thought not formal, but former. And I'm like, did you get fired?
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
I think it's gonna be the other way around.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uter guy's safety.
When they talk about tonight, that sounds like a Hamilton song title. Okay, so what's the place? Where are we going? How far is it? It should still be here in Fontaine, so I mean in the court of Fontaine. Oh, there we go. Hey! Chevron.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that.
She's so done with her.
Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Yeah, we are a official backup.
Chevras, we meet again.
Has everything been going well?
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I saw the scene on the cutscene there. We were like, hell yeah. But
I suppose the trade-off
we
is
didn't
that
use
I'm
that
now
cutscene.
constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Oh. So you're getting more popular now, huh? Is there like a slivery chance that I might get an autograph? Maybe.
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did something happen?
Yeah, something crucial happened. I still don't have your autograph.
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Ordering police around.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Have I ever made a bad call?
Damn, chill, guys.
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
Wow. So mature.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
Their interactions are so funny.
All right. Where is this person?
Follow me.
She's like, you're gonna be my personal bodyguard. Oh, brother. Okay, where are we going? Oh. Here's Chiori.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
She's speeding.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that.
I need to get out more.
I need to get out more. Oh, brother.
This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
Concerning.
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
Otherwise, she wouldn't be talking to you like that, but... who knows?
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Yeah, and as I figured, it's the same way with Emily as well. Which is pretty cool.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example.
I mean, I can well, okay. I wanted to say, I can imagine why you guys would need her help, but at the same time, I wanted to say, why would she need your guys' help? And then I remember... I remember her temper. And, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. And
The
Teaser as well.
uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Meripede.
Damn.
But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Damn.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion. As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
Would that be true? I mean, the upper class would have a lot of intel, but I would imagine that Well, I don't know. Shirus would know a lot about the lower class. More because she grew up there. So I guess when it comes to that sort of class, it would be... They wouldn't really need Chiori's assistance to gather intelligence from that department. So yeah, I got it.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now?
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen that.
So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Talking with our mouths closed.
Uter, you say?
What's up?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior.
Damn.
So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
This isn't literal.
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
What? Also, what was that sound effect? Like...
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Okay. God, shit. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
That shot of her reaching out.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
The definition of stupidity? You'll love to see it. Have you ever heard of the definition of insanity? Huh?
Huh?
He looks quite young, to be honest.
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again.
Chiori, you're very close to one popular character that I do not wish to compare you to. You're getting really close up there. Calm down.
It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
Where is your dirty laundry? Get it? Laundry? Fabric?
Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Next time, it's off the roof.
Chiori?
Up. Police is here. Gotta keep my hands to myself.
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Okay, this is so funny because I just finished playing the summer event in Simulanka. I finished the whole exploration, and I have been doing the exploration with Shirus. And I've made so many jokes about committing assault while being an officer. So this is now like... Do you know who you're talking to?
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened.
Do you have any recordings, Anya?
Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful
Oh?
evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope.
Forget it. It wasn't
Damn.
that big of a deal.
Damn, folded.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Yeah, behind the doors is fine.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
Just casually shit-talking.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
Get him, officer! Get him! that was a threat! That was an obvious threat on his part. What? No, no. Chiori didn't threaten anyone. What are you talking about?
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
Not his first time, I assume. Such incredible strength. Such a graceful arc.
You're too kind.
Look at her smile.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments.
The side
What happened to
eye.
not doing anything too out of line?
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that.
Not if I can help it.
I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
He deserved to get a peg.
You could have reported him to the guards.
There was no evidence.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety.
Okay, it would be a nice plot twist if he actually did. Since he denied that those were the bandits sent by him, that would be a nice plot twist if it was actually true. If he was actually telling the truth. Oh, Shiveros. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this on a daily basis.
Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Your favorite quota.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking in advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Ah.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I?
Look at them crossing arms. Just. They're so stupid.
It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Bum, Bum, why are you twitching? Stop. So what are we doing?
I need to get out there.
Yeah, I cannot imagine being a police officer and having to deal with Chiori so often.
We're back.
She's just chilling. Oh, where's Chevreuse? Did something happen? Like, did something happen out of the frame that we haven't seen?
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
Oh, you should have seen that.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
There was so much going on. Bam, boom, oh, you should have seen that.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
There was also
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rusula can take the second half.
She arranged security for Kirara? So that's what was the favor. Oh. That's sweet. You can really tell that she cherishes her friend. She doesn't just say... Well, you could tell it from the beginning, where she said, oh, if you mess with my friend, you're gonna get some. Like, even from that point on, that was already apparent enough that it wasn't just an excuse. Like, she really meant that. And this just further proves that.
With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Now I'm thinking. She really cherishes Kirara. She really cherishes her friendship with Kirara. And yes, sure, you can say that, oh, she's very valuable with her career skills. But I don't think it's just out of value that she cherishes their friendship. So that makes me wonder, what is at its core, what is the relationship between Chiori and Chevreuse? Because there is a lot of value going on between them. A lot of mutual value. But how far do their connection as friends, or I don't know, maybe Chevreuse can go even further, but for now we'll just stick to regular relationship between two people. I would like to imagine that Chiori would go to such lengths for Chevreuse as well if something similar happened to her. But you never know.
Good one, Chiori.
She doesn't buy that. She's in denial.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
I will get you an escort and a red carpet.
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Oh god, it's so funny.
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing, for my own peace of mind.
And that's fair.
It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Since she's already talked to the patrol, just think of it as, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of situation.
Yes, well put.
You learn well.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I just noticed a thing. Sometimes they put our name and voice actors just read it as traveler or tabibito. But in some cases, they put traveler specifically. Like they don't address us by our name. They just say traveler. Isn't that kind of weird? Right? I understand like calling us traveler because you cannot voice act all the names that players put for themselves. So it's just as a convenience matter. There's no other way to do it. But at the same time, wouldn't it be weird to, while everyone else is calling us by our name, for someone to just straight up call us traveler? Like for us as players, it's fine, right? It's good. We got used to it because of these conditions. But straight up putting traveler in there, while others usually would address us by our name. What? It's kind of strange.
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say if suppliers are super important.
Wow, Paimon, you're learning!
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
Oh?
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. She wants to make it international.
Well, I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Then it's still not famous enough.
Damn.
My goal is to make the Chiori brand renowned throughout all of Teyvat.
You go, girl. You go for it.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
It's already huge enough for other nations to pick up on it, you know? I'm just thinking, like, okay, we have like Fontaine, we have Liyue, we have Inazuma kinda. I do imagine these nations to be focused on fashion, right? But at the same time, I imagine Mondstadt, when I imagine Sumeru, or even Natlan and Snezhnaya, I don't think they really take much value when it comes to fashion. Maybe Sumeru, maybe Natlan. Well, okay. From what I've seen in Natlan teasers, okay, they are very fashionable. this is... Yeah, I would have guessed that they do value fashion. But Snezhnaya, Mondstadt, I don't know. I don't see that personally.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
But yeah, you see, that's also very... That's a difficult subject, because if you're gonna have a brand so popular, it's gonna spread to different nations. And it's not just gonna be a brand like, oh, these clothes are explicitly, specifically made by Chiori and her assistants for you, right? It's gonna be so huge. There's gonna be so much demand, right? She's physically not gonna be able to monitor the quality of every single product she provides. Not to mention just making every single product herself, right? This is gonna be so much more difficult to control this whole net. So it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. And of course, she can, travel to different nations and make some suits herself. But again, there's gonna be so much demand that you're just gonna have to make have more quantity, And with quantity, sometimes the quality can go down. But, okay, it's mostly in designs, right? So Chiori can just make a design and have someone else make the dress or the suit, right? So not necessarily. But still, that's a lot of work. That's so much work. Especially if every nation individually is gonna have different kind of demands, right? You're gonna be making not only Inazuma style clothes, but also Fontaine style, Liyue style, Natlan style, It's gonna be so much. It's gonna be insane.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often. But I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Damn.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply
Oh?
put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Are they gonna make baby clothes?
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
I wish, Paimon, I wish we could. But the best we had was a PNG of us in a different costume.
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
Do you need us for the runaway too?
No need. We've already booked the models for that. If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
Stop teasing us, Hoyo. You know you're not gonna do that.
Ooh, sounds great! Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design stuff.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, a traveler doesn't want to part with his clothes. Yeah, okay. Sure, a lore reason why we don't have skins for him. Make some skins for Paimon at least,
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and I don't know.
I don't know.
Paimon here will show off some kids' designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
I don't know.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already, she's not a little kid.
What do you want? A suit? Formal suit? Maybe a dress? You're flying, Paimon. There's gonna be a lot of upskirt shots. We don't need that.
Is coming up. My husband promised to get me a replica of the most eye-catching outfit from the show.
Cool design, sir.
Witness my rise.
Don't pay attention to the crazy woman.
Fashion Week is coming up.
Speaking of clothes, do yours happen to need any mending right now, Kirara?
I'll specify. I'm playing on my phone, so I'm using touch screen. And with the UI hidden, I do not see the buttons at all. So I have some misclicks sometimes.
Well, since you asked, Chiori, there's this part around my waist.
Uh-oh, you've signed the contract with the devil. Now you're gonna have to scratch her back at some point.
Oh, need a bit of letting out around the middle.
No! It's a tear. Those bad guys did it.
She's like, oh, are you getting fat? Okay, that's funny. What do we have? Wait until the next morning, 6 o'clock. Well, I can do that. Till the morning. Till the morning sun. My son. Look at my food. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much grease inside me now. Where are we going? Oh. Nowhere? Excuse me? Oh, that's the promotional poster. Fashion Week. The much anticipated Fashion Week has begun. Many renowned designers have gathered for this event. Their meticulously crafted brand new works will be on display during the final show. Let the light of fashion shine upon the city of the arts. Knock knock. Police. May we enter? No, we don't have the warrant.
Chiori, we're here!
It's so bright in here. Well, actually, that makes sense. Given that the roof is, made of glass. Although, now that I think about it, glassy roof. How often do you have to clean it?
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
I don't know, that door looks pretty open to me.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Zem. where was she staying for the night? In here?
Did everything go alright on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP.
Yeah.
For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself.
This is crazy. Kirara's like, I don't deserve this much attention. But can you imagine having this much security? Just because Chiori asked them to. Bruh. And it's not like she has some important package, right? She's just going back. She's just going back home. Or maybe she's going on another deliveries, but still. Look at Navia marching.
They took care to clear the path beforehand as well.
Wow.
Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey.
This is insane.
I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara.
Oh my
An
god.
excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
Bruh. This is so over the top. Yeah. Yeah, I'd want Chiori to be my friend as well.
Sounds like
Never mind.
Navia really got into it.
Yeah, that seems about right.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something
Don't
even
say it.
fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
Jesus Christ, what's gonna be next? Fireworks out of the firearms? What?
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
Well, I can see that.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit from my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
Yeah, you went all out, to be fair.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes.
True.
People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if a celebrity were to wear your like your brand, I mean. That would make the news. And it would be such a great promotion, right? That's why some popular figures always, if they want to promote something, they just wear it. And try to show off it on camera whenever they have the chance. That's how they promote stuff.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
A very fashionable outlook, Paimon.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat.
Yeah. It's such a headache.
Well, would you look at the time?
Time to open up?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here to model.
Let's get down to business.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the meantime?
Oh?
Set them up? How exactly?
Any instructions?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
It's just running a store. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
Alright.
We just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
They even have a changing room. This is... Wait, where is the mirror? Wow. What a fashionable designer.
Please organize the clothes with an eye towards their types and styles. I'm counting on you.
Okay. Place the men's formal attire, place the woman's formal attire, place the Inazuman kimono. What do I hear? Ah. Gotcha. So, once they walk into the shop, I mean, it looks fine already, right? Like, in front, in the very front, they should see Inazuman attire. I can't even retrieve, okay. And on the back, there's two places which should complement each other, which is the same type of clothes for men and the same type of clothes for women. It all makes sense. It was actually easier than... like, I went the more difficult route. But... yeah, I would have done the same, practically.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand.
My body is at your command.
Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
I'm gonna T-pose. Oh, they even have that? Oh, that's cool.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Leon?
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
God. I'm like, what? Missing the ball? How would you miss a sphere?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Did the competitors get you?
Cancel your order.
Speechless.
But you can keep the deposit,
Flabbergasted.
of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed?
Considering of how the story is going, I would imagine that those are the competitors that pressured her. Maybe?
It's alright. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
What a reasonable individual.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now?
Love the sound
I
effects.
wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling her order.
Like, before that, in the moment when we were going to the guy's house with Chevreuse, there were sometimes just some strange, out-of-place sound effects. It's not the first time they appeared, but still, it's kind of weird that they put them there. Maybe they would make more sense in other languages. I don't know. But they have added more sound effects to match the scene, and I'm very grateful for them. Really makes it feel more alive.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling
A
through,
family
lover's
emergency.
quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all. Judging from
Fair.
the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Yeah, like, in normal circumstances, I would also think, okay, this is like, just some personal matters, we shouldn't pry into them. If the person doesn't want to reveal them, then it's fine, it's their personal deal. But given that we have been dealing with our competitors that want to ruin our, reputation, I mean her reputation, I would be a bit on the edge when something like this happens, Maybe I would be a bit overreacting and paranoid, but I don't know. Given that the man said, we'll see about that.
Well, guess
No.
this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Is Miss Chiori in?
Is this gonna happen again? Man says, is Miss Chiori in, when he looks at Miss Chiori directly.
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Wow.
Oh, could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short, or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
Again, in normal circumstances, you would think, okay, this guy is very desperate in terms of money. He needs money back. He cannot afford to keep this item, so he tries to get money wherever he can, right? But it's definitely not a coincidence. It definitely has something to do with our competitors.
And I'd be happy to process that for you, if you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Come on. Like, this is too much. 3 in a row? Not even 5 minutes have passed. Also, again, the little details. The man knocked on the door, and the vibrations of knocking the door made the sound effects of the ringing, like those bells. I don't know how they are called, but I've seen them many times. I'm blanking on the name. It's just these little details, they matter so much.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes?
Damn.
Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
Yeah, be this kind of situation in Inazuma, we would have thought, yeah, they definitely read something in the novel. You didn't get bought out by my competitors, did you?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals.
Wow. What an accusation. Bruh, do you realize that for such false claims you can be put on trial? Bruh.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori, a boutique, has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
Spreading rumors now, huh? Charlotte?
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
What underground factories?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Damn.
I'm off!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
Alright.
Taking the blow.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
Yeah, about... Again, the sounds. Love the details. About these rumors.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days.
I mean, I'm personally a witness. I've been here, I saw how the fabrics came. At least for this specific batch. Or these items.
The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The reputation is being tarnished.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
I mean, is it exactly the quality that they are upset about? That didn't seem like the quality was the issue.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work? Go
Pace.
on. What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I guess we're gonna be the models this time
I
around.
think they'll
No?
probably pull out as well.
Okay, I don't think that now is the time for jokes.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Something's not fashionable here.
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Yep.
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
We'll go with you. And make sure he's gonna stay alive.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.
Oh, yeah, this, that's a ruckus.
I know Miss Chiori has put a lot of work into making Fashion Week a success.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I hope you can talk things through with the supplier.
At least we will be able to find out why he's so upset about it.
Did you read the paper today?
Even you? Oh god, the rumors are spreading at quite a high pace. Okay, where is the supplier? Where is he? Gonna sniff him out. This is crazy though. It's like everyone is turning on her. Just because of the rumors? With no evidence? Doesn't seem quite, although...
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Yeah.
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Should suffice, by the way. Is this also your shop? Chiori Boutique? The design is the same, so I don't know. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Who is it?
Death.
Venger, it's Chiori.
Venger.
We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Allow me.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
Yeah, that's the old ways.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
Damn. Not even catching strays. Just straight up for the target.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days I never even read the others.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
Yeah, there's definitely more than that.
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of the rumors.
Every house? That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
Yeah, even to those people that didn't subscribe.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
That backfired quickly.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Yeah.
Ucher again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Chiori Boutique, darkness disguised behind a facade of fashion. Chiori Boutique, located within our good quarter Fontaine, good, claims to be a clothing store with a unique style. But there is another side to this tale for those few who look beneath the facade. Sources in the Fortress of Meripede say that not a few criminals have boasted of wearing Chiori Boutique's clothes. I just felt that the atmosphere in there suited me, convinced Felon Lyle said. These words met with wide approval from many of his fellow inmates. Our sources also stated that a prisoner who was recently convinced of violent conduct and battery also openly supported Chiori's designs a year ago. Upon close investigation of Chiori's many supplies, we discovered that there is something more to be to the discovery that criminals favor its wares. The boutique is in truth comparable to an invisible hand, like a spider's web that connects these evildoers. Our investigations show that the Wenger family supplies the ornaments that adorn her designs, and a certain member of this household is frequent guest at the fortress. But do birds of a feather not flock together? Okay. I mean, I see how this would, shaken up the public, right? The public doesn't care, even though there's aren't much of a source here, and they just say, oh, then based on our investigation. Not only that, but many customers have also been subject to rough treatment at Chiori. Mr. Valerian had this to say: "A real brute, that one. Never mind refusing to tailor my clothes." Wait, Mr. Valerian? Why, she seized her scissors and began wrecking them, and threw me out of the window. A clothing store? More like a thief's liar, if you ask me. I wonder if this is the guy from the teaser that actually jumped out of the window. Well, Chiori said that he jumped out of the window himself. But she could have lied to Shivers, I don't know, for all we know. But I would believe that he escaped himself through the window because the doors were locked, and then turned the story around, saying that she threw him out of the window. Doubtless, many of you have wondered why the glass at Chiori Boutique often shatters with a loud crash, leaving behind a terrifying mess. Mr. Valerian's unfortunate encounter unveils the truth. Just the day before this report was going to print, another such act of brutal battery occurred on the streets. Just imagine, if you would, the scene playing out as described in the photo above. Chiori, her countenance terrifying as she grabs her competitor, Mr. Uter, by the scruff, making threatening gestures towards him. This incident was ultimately broken up by guards who reached the scene. When we asked criminals why they appreciated this brand, the answer we received was that Chiori employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty. Perhaps those who purchase clothes from this establishment may, following this establishment's philosophy, prefer to liquidate those with whom they have disagreements. Is Chiori a boutique indeed a place blindly flattered by fashionistas that keeps an exclusive clientele of crooks?
Behind the scenes, the true Chioria boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house, but a house of lies. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chioria brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top,
Blah blah blah.
giving hope
Blah
to the
blah blah.
evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you
I don't
conceal
hear
it
you. I
under the
don't hear
guise
you.
of
Nah, nah, nah,
fashion
nah,
and
nah.
beauty.
Actually, imagine having a companion that would read something aloud for you. You will not have to read ever again. That's why we appreciate Paimon.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
Yeah, first of all, they took a photo out of context and showed it portraying her as the aggressor. Just obviously, just information out of context. We all absolutely love those, don't we? And second of all, this dude was involved too in the article. Or at least his family branch. So he was like guilty by association, you know? And if these rumors start to spread and people's faith is shaken, his reputation is also going to get hurt. So naturally he wouldn't want to work for someone that would bring him down. So I see why he ultimately decided to cancel the partnership. Even though he himself might not believe what was written there. But Uther harassed Chiori first. He even hired some goons to attack her career.
Yeah, he was the one who started it, that little...
You started it! I was just defending myself. Breaks into the house, throws him out the door.
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon. But it can't be helped now.
Well, still, you know, since this person is valuable for your business, he also deserves to know the truth, even though his actions don't exactly depend on the truth. They depend on the public eye, which isn't in the best of states right now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, it can never be washed clean.
That's the world we live in, internet. Yeah, this is a very deep and dirty subject to get into. Especially in this industry. Actually, in most industries where there's a public face. It's just that I'm more familiar with the entertainment industry side of things. And just internet in general. And the cancel culture is disgusting. I'll tell that straight away. People just share their opinions, and just the small things, even that the person did like ages ago and could have completely changed as a person, and was just a kid when they did that and were just goofing around, not knowing the consequences. And they are bearing the consequences years later. Like, this is some bullshit. I hate that so much. Even me, like, I was born and raised in a country that it was technically so detached from most of the world. Like, my childhood, I never knew most of the things I learned on the internet when I began looking into these things more, right? Whenever I learned English and started learning more about them, like, I never knew about the cancel culture, about all the racist things, the stereotypes. No, I never knew about any of that. You know? And because I wasn't familiar with it, because I didn't know the history behind it, because I didn't know that people could be offended by such things, I could have, insensitive about such things. And, of course, I wasn't necessarily, because I never was such a person that would disregard other people, but it's just, I didn't have the proper knowledge to educate myself. Now I do. Now I'm more careful with what I say, with what I do. Because I know that even if I say something that I don't mean, it's still gonna be taken out of context or something else. I still try to make some insensitive jokes sometimes. I don't try. It just lets out sometimes, But I never mean to cause anyone any harm, or make anyone feel uncomfortable, or make anyone feel upset. I really have no ill intent when I do something like that. But yeah, that's just the new standards on the internet.
They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
Dissent?
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
True.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two, especially when they've found several people to back up their claims.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if the guy doesn't want to deal with it. But at the same time, if you guys are partners and your relationship is built on trust, I mean, what kind of partners are you gonna be after this is over,
If I were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this, but my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
That's also true.
I understand.
Yeah, this is a difficult situation.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year. You just need to wait for all of this to blow over.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choices.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
True.
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is best of luck. As for the models, none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
So it was their choice. More.
Understood. Take care.
This is heartbreaking. Even though it is business, it's not like very close relationships are on the line, right? But still. It's sad to see partnership be broken because of just rumors. And we've seen a lot of fucked up shit happening because of such rumors. Sometimes the rumors were caused even by the person who the rumors were about, you know? Like Dr. Mose. Or whatever his name was.
So, what should we do now?
Quite the pickle, yeah?
Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
Are there any alternatives? Although, yeah. Even if there were any alternatives, with this, the whole mess spreading about, if you can't rely even on your partner, then, well, how can you rely on the new ones?
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
I wish that was how it works, Paimon.
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I should have seen it from the beginning. Uter knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Yeah.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Well, she already did. Okay, there's our helper. She is gonna help us.
Traveler, Paimon!
Charlotte, I assume that you already know the scoop.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
Actually, you know, this could work out in our favor. Because Charlotte loves getting freshly new scoops, right? And to be the first one to publish something very secretive and very awesome. What if we get the Steambird to... we get them some evidence, and they will publish a statement that the other group that sent all these tabloids this morning are spreading lies and misinformation. And that's killing two birds with one stone. That's damaging the reputation of their competitors, one. Where they weren't really competitors to begin with, but still. And two, getting rid of the misinformation. Or at least proving that the misinformation is false. Right? Again, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? This could work, potentially. It's not gonna fix all the damages right away. The public opinion, still, haters are gonna be hating. But it's definitely gonna improve the situation.
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity.
Yeah.
Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims.
Wow.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
Leave it to Charlotte. Leave it to my girl Charlotte to just do the right thing. Holy crap. I love this girl. Bro, she wasn't even in on it. Like, nothing. She knew nothing. And she saw this kind of bullshit spreading around, and she knew that was bullshit. She's like, oh no, not on my watch. I'm gonna fix that shit right away. I love her so much.
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
She just took the initiative.
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be.
Just by the way, my favorite 4 stars are Chivrus, number 1, Charlotte, number 2. Out of all 4 stars, like, in general, at all. These two, my favorites.
She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite.
Right, I forgot about that. Monsieur Verite.
Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
I wish I could tell you.
She was just here. Maybe she went over there? Let's go check.
I had a thought that maybe she saw Charlotte and didn't want to interact, but no. Like, knowing her personality, knowing her temper, she was just pissed off. She just turned around and left. Without even waiting on us. That is her style.
I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
Nah.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Wow. She was so strict, she was so harsh. She definitely has something to do with criminals. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, the music went away.
Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her.
True. That is also true. If you have an image to consider, yeah, Chiori is not the best at that. Yeah, she's like, my work is gonna speak for me. But yeah. It's not just about the work, right? There's always a saying, like, separate an art from the artist, right? But at the same time, it's not just an art in this case. It's a whole brand. It's a whole brand. And you're like, if you're buying these things from that brand, you're sponsoring that brand. And if that brand is doing something messed up, and you have suspicions that this brand is doing something messed up, you're gonna stop buying the art, right? So it's a double-edged sword.
It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all Utear's fault. Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could.
What do you mean if you could? you can. And you would. I'm remembering Chiori's demo and how Navia was treating Chiori and just trying to have her on camera, you know? I feel like Navia would be a great assistant for Chiori. She would help her with her image, you know?
Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she can, finish what she started?
Nah. She's smart. She's thinking what she needs to do right now to fix the situation. If she were to go do that, that means she has given up, right? She'd never give up, no. That's not her style. She would not give up. If she were to do that, she would be digging her own grave. And she understands that. While yesterday, she didn't really understand that. She didn't realize it was a trap. So she didn't realize she was digging her own grave. But now she totally understands that if she goes and does something to him, it's gonna be over for her reputation.
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
Thank you, Charlotte.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
Where would she go to? She realizes that she needs...
Alof, we're back!
There is someone with her, but I don't think it's Chiori. It doesn't look like Chiori, no. If I was in Chiori's shoes, what would I do? Again, disproving the statement by using another, like, paper office, right? That's one thing. I would do that. I would go to Charlotte and try to have a more respectable and trustworthy source to point out the misinformation. But in this case, I don't know, since we already met Charlotte that does that, I don't think that Chiori would go to the Steambird herself. She could, to Euphrasie, but I think she has something else planned. Maybe even with surveillance patrol. I don't know, what would she have to do? Like, her goal right now is to get the proper materials for her dresses. Not the fabric, but all the extra stuff. And to get that, she needs a source. And to have a proper source, well, she needs to fix her reputation. So it all comes down to finding a resolution for this situation.
Oh, who's this?
Hey, that's the girl that's waiting for her dress, wedding dress.
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning that dress too.
I think she's just waiting for the dress, right? It wasn't done yet.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Aww.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and we put down a custom order for a dress. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
Yeah.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something happened, and I told her everything. She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well. She promised that I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
I don't think there was a wedding yet, so I feel like this is also something she's worried about. If she doesn't have the sufficient materials, she will not be able to finish the dress. And she is a woman of her word. Letitia says that Chiori promised her, which means she will not break that promise. She will do everything in her power to finish that dress.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
Yeah.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on.
Oh.
My fiancé happened to walk into the room, and when he saw me, he froze on the spot.
No, you ruined the surprise. Didn't Chiori tell you not to, dress before the day,
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
No.
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue.
So yeah, what happened?
He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Yeah, I would have imagined that that would have cost so much. So much. And Chiori's like, that's for the good cause. I like ya. So, it's on the house.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Hell yeah.
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
Hell yeah, it would.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Bless Charlotte. Bless this angel of a journalist.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, I didn't have my hopes up anyway. The only place... Well, there are a couple of places that I can imagine her be. The Steambird office. The Palais Marmonia. Where Chiori is. Or Nivelette. Or whatever. I feel like she'd seek help from her acquaintances. I don't know. Maybe she would. Maybe she's too stubborn. Maybe she's too... Maybe she really wants to resolve everything for herself because she's too stubborn. I don't know.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Yeah, she doesn't usually talk much.
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
Bless you, Charlotte.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
Thank God for you. Oh, there she is. So she really is upset.
There you are, Chiori.
In a rush.
How did you know where Olaf told you, didn't she?
Maybe.
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
You're doing great, Paimon. You're doing great.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air.
That far away?
Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning.
It's pretty high up. It doesn't look like there's a lot of space.
Sorry about that. I'm the only one here most of the time.
Which, it is a nice spot, I'll give you that.
All right, don't mind if we do.
I'm just wondering how you got here. These graphics.
Well, how does it feel?
Pre-rendered. You'll have to see it.
This place is pretty great.
There's been a lot of these in this quest. This is like the third one, I think. I love that they started implementing these more often.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
Pretty liberating.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
True. Paimon's spitting wisdom.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate.
Damn.
One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Whoops.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
You've been a rascal.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Yeah. I guess so.
Sorta.
Paimon, imagine it's like you were doing your travel guiding stuff, and you're too immersed into the scenery that you're trying to show. Never mind.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago.
Damn.
You could say I really tried their patience.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things.
I love how they do these. I get the vibe of the visual novel that have these scenes and just these little expression changes or position changes. Like, they're so great. I really get nostalgic vibe from these things.
On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call.
Yeah. They were too stuck in the old ways.
Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even to do grunt work.
Wow.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
But at the same time, I hope that you're not focusing on that specifically as a reason for what you're trying to expand your brand and achieve your goals, right? You never should try to achieve something because you want to prove something to others.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely.
Yeah.
Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
Well, I know someone who absolutely adored your designs and dreamed of wearing one at her wedding.
Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers.
Must have been great, huh?
Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's.
It's inevitable when you're trying to, reach these kinds of heights and expand to unimaginable sizes.
Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Already done. I should say, in progress.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back!
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
And you're the woman of your word, so whatever you say.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara.
Once we have proof, we can think of it as settled.
Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her either.
Well, what other choice do we have? We gotta influence the public somehow.
I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
Sounds good! We'll come with! As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Ether was so concerned.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week.
Nah, I'm doing both.
I'm doing both.
Nah, I'd win.
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Yeah, still, I don't know of a way out of the situation. But she seems to know.
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but...
Okay.
To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma, and the vow I made in front of those masters. Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back.
So this is still your driving force. Which isn't always bad. At least it's something that's keeping you on track, you know? But yeah.
The sea.
What's up? You wanna grab some accessories from the sea?
What did you just say, Chiori?
There are a lot of shells. And...
The sea. Seashells, coral.
Yeah, great minds think alike, huh?
I've got it.
So, are you gonna make me grab all of those, or,
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
No, she's gonna do it herself and invite me.
Chiori! Wait, hold up!
Alright. Let's take a dip. Dive into the sea. The sea that reminds her of Inazuma. As to...
Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitoir? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us!
A pair of extra hands. As if diving into her past. Embracing it. Ah. You love to see it. Tidalga? An idiot? Guys, get your hand... Okay, sorry. I'm being a little too aggressive, I'm sorry. I'll leave you guys alone. Get your mechanical hands or whatever. Coral.
These should be enough, right?
Hey.
Paimon picked all the prettiest ones
Underwater
in this area.
sequence.
Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
I really like the reverb.
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back.
You return to boutique with Chiori.
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need
I
to
like
use
how
what
it
we have on
looks.
hand to create some new outfits.
With the sliding.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it, if I skip out on sleep.
Yeah.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer.
Nuh-uh.
Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Sounds pretty similar to one we've had with Ganyu before. I guess going after what you want means making certain sacrifices.
Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Paimon, it's... She could be having the sleep of her life every single day. But now, when push comes to shove, she needs to sacrifice it a little bit. For the time being. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
That made you popular?
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
We're gonna use those.
You got it! Wait,
I love the confidence at the beginning.
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. I used the larger pieces for the base fabric, and the smaller pieces for accessories.
I see. You had to improvise.
If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits.
Yeah, which just goes to show how important Fashion Week is.
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then... Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you.
You asked us to do it. Why would you?
Of course. If anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
That is also fair. You do you.
Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
Vent my emotions. Alright. I'm not a weakling. I'm not a weakling. I'm not useless. I can beat Alec, you know. I can do it. She's nothing against me.
Good job. That should do it.
Whoa, I packed up everything quite well.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop?
That was me. I destroyed it.
Who did this? Those monsters.
That was me.
Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop.
No, I did. They sent me.
Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
Are you gonna invite me to dinner?
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
Yeah. I was the one who did it. Boss, please go easy on me. What? Okay, we don't need to go to a fancy restaurant. We can have some fish, some poisson, if you will.
Huh?
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Jumping to conclusions.
I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now.
As
Back
usual.
to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend like I didn't say anything.
Good to see you never change, Navia.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away with it.
Hell yeah.
You and Chiori are really close.
You could say that again.
Of course! Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tailored here.
All of them! Alright, now I see where they take their fashion from.
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask you in the first place, silly. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Damn.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
True. It's good that we have a couple of days at least, and it's not like tomorrow.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show.
Psh. Chiori intimidated. Psh.
When are you going to get started? I can help with sewing too.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ooh.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
Oh, are we gonna have them be like our models? Since Navia was your model before. Right, because the people that were going to model for the fashion week, they all withdrawn. So now she needs new people. And that makes sense that she asks them, because she was the one that made outfits for them in the first place.
I'm done with
Gladly.
my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique?
Here comes another one.
Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Give me names. Holy crap. These guys are restless.
Not this again.
She's so done with this.
What
What should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any help?
Sort them by the type of fabric first, and then by color. Oh, and don't forget to remove any accessories and put them to the side.
That sounds pretty straightforward. I'll help too.
Father is coming. Knock, knock.
Lenny, Lynette! Great, you're both here!
Greeting us right at the door, as if they knew we were coming.
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
Oh, are you going somewhere?
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori.
And they too. Why so late though? I get like Navia because she's the boss and stuff, but you guys?
She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Model this for her.
Okay, so it's like this.
Just don't put any Lumitoile on your nipples, Linny. Imagine these two are gonna be like the Mermaid Man and the Barnacle Boy.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Paimon's glad to hear it! Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Utera's been doing, right?
I guess.
Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
She will.
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uther fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like,
I see. I was thinking that should be the other way around. Because if her reputation is tarnished, then there would be less of a possibility that she would win. Because people just would not be supporting her, you know? But at the same time, again, maybe the people will just be like, oh, this art is so great, let's separate the art from the artist. And just support the art. But then again, in our time, this isn't realistic. People just would turn so much against you. They'll try to cancel you and... whoa. We'll see.
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second?
yeah, something like that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
All right, we're counting on you.
See ya.
Okay, then let's also do as Chiori said and meet up with her at Uther's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then.
She wants to be with us.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
She's taking a lot of work on herself. Holy crap. This is the night before the show. We even know where it's at. Ah, it's in Flufsandra. Would you look at that? There she is. I brought some police with me.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah? You could have... Okay, Paimon.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Alof. We should be able to make tonight's show.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uter has closed his factory. This is our only chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
Okay.
I see.
Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be trespassing on his property if we just barge in like this?
Yeah, but we have friends at the police station, so we're good.
His factory is usually open to the public.
Oh.
It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can stop by for a tour.
Really? That seems unlikely.
We're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
Well, when you put it that way...
Leaving something open to the public even when it's closed and out of work and no one is there really to monitor anything.
Uter's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
Oh, it's up there.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes. I don't know. Maybe the rent here is cheap.
Yeah, then this is a pretty strange place to be open to the public.
Alright. It's really creepy. Paimon would never choose to buy anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
Yeah, the quality... the quality here is guaranteed to be sloppy. But for some people it's, yeah, affordability. We're gonna have Geo in our party, which is Chiori. I don't even know which teams are good with Chiori. I don't have Navia. I do have Charlotte.
Let's get this interview started. Witness my magnificence!
Per your wishes.
We're going at them. I've brought the police squad with me. Hell yeah. Alright. Wow. Who would have thought that in that little cabin there would be this fancy place? Holy crap.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Wow. I'm still surprised that when this is closed up, they technically allow legally for people to visit. This is insane. Oh. Ah, I see. Huh. You know what? That's right. Charlotte took pictures of our rack boutique, so now we can say that they were broken everything. And so we can be nerds. Even though they didn't do shit. Ooh.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Mechanical guide.
A mechanical guide. They
Bruh.
usually use a recorded tape to reform factory.
Please follow me, dear guests.
What is this flying Humpty Dumpty doing? Bruh. The colors are really pretty though. I really like this. Oh. Ah. The glass. Okay, this is like a museum even. Holy
First
crap.
stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand.
Who knew something like this would be in Sandra? Holy crap. This is actually so cool.
After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Uter seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he?
Well, this is just the front.
Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Yep, this seems like Uter's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, I really like how they are turning on the lights whenever we get to them. It's really nice. A really nice touch. Oh, wow. Bruh. All the documents, all the necessary documents just laying around here for public view. Very confident. Notebook memorandum. Marketing expenses 100,000 mora. Employment expenses 200,000 mora. Material expenses. That really is just a Cyclops Humpty Dumpty. Oh, notes on the table. The courier shall arrive at the city in the morning via... Okay, this is about Kirara. Again, very confident of him to just leave these things out in the open. Some examples of Uter's old designs. There's nothing strange about them.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room.
Okay. This already is way better than Chiori Boutique. Why? They have mirrors. They have mirrors. Chiori, are you so poor that you cannot afford mirrors? Come on. Come on, we can do better than that. Look. Look at your competitors. This mirror is huge! Why would you need such a huge mirror? Holy crap. It looks like a secret door. Hidden door or something. Oh no, that's an elevator.
Why is it moving?
And here comes the Merpid music. Are we really gonna go to Merpid? No way.
It seems to have stopped.
Oh my god. So the one that was accusing someone else of something is guilty themselves.
Where did this thing take us?
It seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
Next customer.
I just realized, by the way, that Chiori doesn't have an Arca alignment because she is from Inazuno. Cool detail. The same is with Arlecchino. She's not from Fontaine, so she doesn't have an Arca alignment. Ew. Yeah. Not very fashionable around here. Ew. Like, see, that was something I expected to see in the Fluff Sandra.
Look out, there are guards here!
Yeah, that looks more like a factory, alright. The other one looked just like a museum for visitors.
Strike a pose!
Damn. Ow, okay. Okay, dude. I don't have any geo constructs, so you're lucky. Oh, she said nothing. Well. Oh, a conveyor. Now this reminds me of the Torres lab. Oh my god. What are you doing with clothes here? Brother. Uh-oh. I saw the Numusia.
Filthy! Are the clothes from Uter's shop seriously made here?
I don't think it's just clothes, given that he has Numusia and those giant presses. I feel like it's more.
Look over there.
Ew.
Ooh, that water looks super nasty.
What?
Oh, Paimon can smell the stench from all the way over here.
We just swam through that water, Paimon.
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uter?
Yeah. I have a camera. Do I? Should have brought Charlotte. I did bring Charlotte. We're good.
So he was actually the one who opened an underground factory.
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made here even be worn?
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
That's terrifying! Let's take some photos right away as evidence.
Hell yeah.
This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Alright, let's keep going.
We still need to prove that it's his, you know? Oh, okay. More traveling. Paimon, you almost pushed Chiori.
Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
Oh, this was really high up. Holy. I didn't expect her skill to have such a range. Okay, we're just going down. Don't squash me. You won't. You won't. That's right. We're in Genshin Impact. It doesn't work like that here.
Bone cutting tools.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too. Huh? What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
He wants to trap us in the factory.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
Oh, these are cameras, I think. I remember from Risley's quest.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because we used to be partners.
Oh.
But you're practically at each other's throats. Now you're telling us you used to work together?
How so?
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion.
Starting out together.
We shared the same goal, so we decided to work together.
I see.
In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in awe. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uter's confidence disappeared little by little. Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of, and we parted ways.
And then he saw you succeed over and over again, and at the end of the day, he wanted to see you fail because he failed himself. Womp womp.
For my part, I gambled it all. and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew it was my chance to show the industry what I was made of. In the end, well...
Yeah.
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and turned to making this sketchy stuff.
Dodgy.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Chiori Boutique, he's harassed me every year since.
Suffering from success.
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
The fact that they are just saying that straight up, and the fact that Paimon says it, makes me feel like maybe there's more to it than just that.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
True.
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything.
Let's touch some buttons. Sha 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 sha.
Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Maybe
Well,
try the next one?
this isn't the next one, but
That didn't do anything either.
we're losing hope. Let's go home. God damn it. Guess we gotta go ahead. Oh, damn.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Well.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Oh.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Scatter.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders.
Yeah. We get it. Ooh, we're about to...
Warning. Warning.
Oh.
Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Wait. I wanted to see how it's gonna go. Wait. Oh my god. That doesn't deal damage, but still.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Damn. What is this for? It's just punching the air.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Oh. Well, we're back.
Whew. We finally made it out. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders.
This is really cool.
Shutdown procedure.
Oh my god! I was wondering if it's gonna hurt me, and it did. It sure did. This is really cool. This is really cool.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
I was hoping that we'd get something like this in the Fortress of Merapede. Oh my god. And we technically did.
Unauthorized intruders.
But it was in the World Quest.
Procedure.
I love the sound effects on her skill.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized
Open door.
intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
Knock knock, who's there? No, I wanted to hear her voice lines. Ew, we're gonna swim in that? Like, fully? Oh, ew. It's so dark in here. Ew. Oh my god. Sewer waters. Huh. Still in the sewer waters.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here.
But now we're all soaked. Ah, we're still in this place. Is he gonna be here? The door is gonna close?
Finally, the entrance. At
Bye one.
last.
Don't jinx it. Okay, the door didn't close. But yeah, that's to be expected.
Oh.
And there he is.
Those chambers couldn't hold you, I see. What a surprise.
What a surprise.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your factory. You're not getting away this time, Uter.
You dug your own grave, huh?
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have any intention of letting it get past these walls?
What makes you think that we're gonna ask your permission? Bruh. Come on.
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
No, not really. I feel like you got them either illegally, or if you did get them legally, you had to, buy them from the Fortress of Merrepeat, which, no, you actually can do that legally. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you did that illegally.
What? Destroying Chiori Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance!
You know what your problem is, Uter? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you. Stop trying to cater to it. Focus on your own work, and you get to decide what fashion means.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is fashion but another form of public opinion?
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal, but it's up to you to decide what it is. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my ideal, and it's not going to change.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal truly is.
What Chiori is talking about is ideal, right? That's what is best for everyone. But sadly, that is not the case in the real world at all. Because everything is driven by money. And while it makes them money, they're just gonna capitalize on it. Yeah.
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uter. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never have been possible at all. You think you understand, but you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. You regret giving up on your dream. So you stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pathetic. Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Teyvat by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools. But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
That is fair enough.
You...
Oh my god. Okay, calm down, sir. He has a secret weapon, a gun. Chiori, you go first. You've got a show to catch.
Yeah, just leave this guy to us!
But he clearly showed that he doesn't have any intentions of letting us go.
No, you go instead.
Oh, she's gonna do everything on her own.
But he has a gun!
He's got a gun! Let's call Bruce. No, actually, you know what? Now that we feel threatened, we can drop a meteor on his ass. And this is gonna be a self-defense. But all jokes aside, yeah, Chiori has shown again and again and again throughout this quest how she just takes everything on her own. And not specifically alone. She doesn't mind the help of others. But when push comes to shove, when there is something to be done, she would much prefer to do it herself than to leave it in someone else's hands. Which is admirable.
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan.
So you're telling me that he's just gonna let us go?
I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best delivered in person.
Stay safe.
Catch up with us soon!
I don't know, this is funny to me. Like, we have a kidnapper here who's got the guards, right? That surrounded us. And we're just saying, yeah, we're gonna go. Good luck. good luck dealing with them. We're gonna go. Bye.
Trying to leave, are we?
Like, yeah. Right in front of his face. Oh my god.
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter.
I didn't expect him to actually shoot. He actually went for it. Holy crap. And she's got 3 reflexes. Wow. She protected me. Or us even. I'm not sure he was trying to shoot Flamon on me. But they showed me also put Flamon on him.
All that changed after our tour of the factory.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become
She's so cool. And also, we just disappeared.
You're not a part of the way for a friend. A guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy. Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chiori brand.
Freedom!
The Chiori brand
Wow,
represents more than a person or trademark.
Oh, this file. Oh, she's trying freedom. Music.
Please, don't ask me extravaganza that Chiori Boutique has prepared for you today.
Hey, you're asking too.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
Music so
never say die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chiori brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself.
The thundering seamstress. There she is. It's all.
Lights, cameras, over here, please. Let the show begin.
Oh my god.
The world may change.
Oh my god. Whoa, shit. Like a big model. Lee is the designer of the big board. And that is. And this is the Chiori team, from the demo. Oh my god, this special fabrics designed for them. Nadia so they're also words.
Only those who know their dreams are worthy of this brand.
Okay.
Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, happy fashion week, fellow dreamers.
Fellow dreamers. Unreal dreamers. After the fashion show, everyone turns to Chiori. Okay, this is a very flashy cutscene. I was so distracted by the visuals and what they were saying specifically. We're gonna message it.
How about this?
Portray. What are you doing?
Only water left.
Like this?
Perfect. Oh, that looks great!
Wow.
Chiori, can I get a picture?
It's a new one. That's nice.
Of course.
She did like a rebranding, practically. She just changed the logo.
I didn't know you had a brand new signboard.
Surely some case.
Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
Mm.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of that without a fancy signboard of your own?
That's right.
Way ahead in that regard.
Now that you mention it,
Brand,
I'll
but
never
I'll
use one of those.
Our signatures are the green cat and the bubble cat box. Oh,
True.
can we add pair as well?
Yeah, yeah. That was so cute.
Hair need an alias, of course. How about the Angry Bird?
The Angry Bird? Okay. Okay, where is it? Angry Bird now? Charles' expression was...
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
You've got a bad taste, Lenny.
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm. And a bit cramped.
True.
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's
Wow.
on the house.
Wow. Real recognizes real.
Huh? You really mean it?
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
Wow. Wow.
What about something other than a costume?
Thank you, Chiori. It's much appreciated.
Like what? Like what?
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right?
How can she be?
I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
Huh? About that.
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
She's back. She's back in her role. She's so proud of that. Oh my god. Hey, Navia. When am I gonna have my own? When am I gonna have my own Spina di Rosula squad following me around to that? Huh? I'm also a big deal, you know. I could use some services.
What? No, that's so embarrassing.
Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
Imagine, if you pull for Navia, you also have her squad pulling up. And they're just following you around like your personal bodyguards. That would be so badass. Oh, my girl!
Just hold on a second.
Wow, she just walked by Chiori. Where's she going?
Disrupting public order at the
Oh.
show. Appropriating
Yeah.
venue lighting equipment without authorization.
She's-
Using
yeah.
weaponry in public. Hosting a dangerous
Yeah.
performance without notifying the authorities.
Yeah, she's pissed off. She's pissed. Okay. Hold on a moment. Let me see this. Disrupting public order at the show? Like what? What we do? Appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization? Are bad. Using weaponry in public? What did we use? Oh, she used her swords, I think, during the show. Oh. Hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities. Yikes.
Shivers, we can explain.
Can I, offer you some snacks? And you, let us settle this with a warning?
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
Is that why she walked by Chiori as if, like, she hasn't seen nothing?
Enjoyed that, didn't you? You nearly scared me half to death.
She knows what she's doing.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
True. Well, she didn't really have the time, you know. It was a very packed schedule. But still. Ah. Okay. My heart is melting now.
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Aw, she was worried.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Sandra, and the man responsible all tied up and handed to you on a silver platter. Sounds pretty thoughtful if you ask me.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Man, this is so nice.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go. Spina's treat.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to take a rain check.
No!
I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun.
But what about fried food? To take some snacks with you at least.
Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Vanger on the way here. He had a message for you.
Oh?
I don't need to hear it. I'm
Damn.
sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about everything.
Let me guess. It wasn't an apology, but was something eye-opening.
You know him well.
No? Okay. I give him too much credit.
Thanks again, Shelfress.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing.
I love the side-eye. I love her so much.
That was really quite an amazing show.
How can you not like her? Come on. She's such a real one. What? She's even stunned.
You
She
don't
was
say.
even stunned. She didn't expect that. Oh. And the soft smile at the end. Come on, man.
All right, all right. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
I mean, it's fair. Maybe Cherus also felt like she doesn't really have a place here exactly because she wasn't in on the plan, right? She wasn't here to actually help with the situation. So she didn't really feel like she would fit. And not like that she didn't see a place for herself, but she just didn't want to really give herself this credit for something that she didn't really do. Right? Maybe.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's
Oh.
something I'd like to give you.
Alright.
A place with a view? Oh, Paimon knows where you mean. Sure, no
Damn.
problem.
It's been a few days, Paimon.
Perfect. I'll be right there.
Come on. Wow. Look at that. Oh! I think this. I think that's still from the event, from the summer event. Wait a moment.
And that's the way the cookie crumbled. So what do you think? You two fancy taking a stroll around my kingdom?
Yeah, the kingdom.
Sounds like someone's been playing a little too much tabletop troop.
Not at all. I actually haven't seen her at all in a little while.
I'm telling you, it's real. Just come with me and you'll see it for yourself.
So, you were the king, huh?
That's right.
Somehow, that part doesn't sound so far-fetched. I actually think you'd fill those boots quite easily.
Maybe this is gonna be your next outfit in the next fashion week, huh? The royal garments.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, if we're going to be traveling with a king, we'll need proper titles as well, right? I guess I can be the royal tailor.
Sounds fancy.
Okay.
Then I'll be Her Majesty's personal bodyguard.
I'm sure those would work, but we don't have rules like that in my kingdom. Oh yeah, and can we go buy a music box first?
Well, you don't have these kinds of rules, but, you know, it still makes them look badass, so...
Why, exactly?
Let's just say I've developed a new appreciation for them after my recent adventures.
New appreciation for the music box.
Imagine it. One night, while I'm asleep, one of the small dancing figures in the music box suddenly steps off its track and starts moving on its own. Wouldn't that be amazing?
And concerning.
Though this may be a normal occurrence in your fairy tale world, Your Majesty, I must implore you to inform me immediately should any such incidents transpire in the real world.
Yeah. We're gonna have to search you in case you're in possession of some illegal drugs.
Because, from the perspective of a Marachose hunter, or really any normal person.
That music box sounds like bad news.
Yeah, or that. Damn. What a timing. It was like, why is Chlorine here? She hasn't shown up at all during this quest. But man, yeah, that redesign. That color. A feast for my eyes. We're just
Sorry
chatting.
to keep you waiting.
Chit-chatting. It's okay.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Don't tell me it's a personally tailored outfit from me. Don't tell me I'm gonna get a skin for free in this game for Traveler. Yeah, dream on.
Here, take this.
Is this a pin?
Oh, wow!
Oh!
A brooch! And in the style of Chiori Boutique, too!
And for Paimon...
Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
Wait. Are you saying that we're your new employees? Are you gonna overwork us to death? Look at her being
I've
proud.
only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you 2.
Thank you. I really don't feel like I deserve something like this because, well, I feel like we didn't really do much. Yeah, we went on this adventure together. We helped you a lot, but I don't feel like we helped you as much as everyone else did, or at least more than those people did.
You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side.
As well as everyone else, by the way.
There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win. Even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit.
True.
As a result, it was all you, Chiori.
Yeah, true. Don't forget that. I didn't feel the need to say that because I feel like she knows that. She does that and she knows that. She knows what she does. And because she knows her own accomplishments, she also understands that she needs to give some validation to her friends. That it's not just her own doing.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, to have these connections with people.
A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
Let them rub it the wrong way. We don't care. We're just gonna ban them.
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual.
I mean, you've gone this far. Might as well keep going.
I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Let haters be hating. At least they're gonna just... they're gonna spread the word about us.
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while longer.
Ah, it's about to be sunrise.
You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine, I'd say this is the loveliest by far.
Sweet victory. When they talk about tonight. Wow. A gift from Chiori, a brooch. A brooch. Woven dreams. Hell yeah. Wow. That was fantastic. Nothing too complicated. Not a lot of twists and turns. But it was just a well-delivered story about Chiori and her work. Yeah. We could talk for a long time about how it is in the real world, especially on the internet. But it's a happy ending. Let us just enjoy the victory and hope for the best. Work together, because when we work together, we are strong. We help each other, we reach heights together. And sure, there might be situations like
Special
this
security and surveillance patrol,
with
isn't it?
Chiori and the other guy, I already forgot his name, on the way, right? Where one person reaches success and the other person gets jealous and your relationship is ruined and there's a lot of drama. Shit happens, you know? But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't just keep working together. Because that is what makes us strong. Yeah. I really do adore the connections with people. And I'm hoping that with time, over time, of me doing what I do right now, I will make more of these connections with people. I really do look forward to it in the future. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all in the next one. In the next Genshin video that we're going to be doing is going to be Siegewine's story quest. So, I'll see you all then. Toodaloo!